I know speaking English is hard, but you just got to give it a shot. So we use this term to give something a shot, to talk about making an attempt or trying something. We say give it a shot. Like in basketball, you take a shot. It's like making an attempt at something. It can also be synonymous with an opportunity or a chance. Like I could say, hey, you just got to give me a shot. It's like you just got to give me a chance, an opportunity to give it a shot. To jump the gun, when you anticipate incorrectly and act prematurely. I usually jump the gun before I get paid and start spending money on my credit card before I actually have the money. I'm jumping the gun. I want to talk a little bit more about the expression to jump the gun. I think that it's a little bit difficult to understand and probably difficult to conceptualize. So before I move on to another expression, before I jump the gun by moving on to another expression, I want to make sure you really understand the expression to jump the gun. I decided to wear my winter coat today, but I think I might have jumped the gun a little bit because the weather was still pretty warm and I ended up being hot all day in my winter coat. I often encourage English students to jump the gun a little bit and start learning complicated expressions and phrases before learning some basic grammar and vocabulary. I think that by jumping the gun, you end up learning. To lose your cool. So this is a way we talk about somebody losing his or her temper, right? Somebody getting very mad. They can lose their cool. My parents really lost their cool when they found out that I threw a party at their house when they were out of town. They really lost their cool. I'm a pretty laid-back person, but sometimes I can lose my cool when technology isn't working for me. Like when I'm trying to post an Instagram story and it's not uploading right. I got to work today and we hit the ground running. Man, we were busy right from the moment we opened our office. The phones were ringing, it was crazy. We hit the ground running. So to hit the ground running means to enter into a situation that is very busy, right? You're hitting the ground running. It's like if you're jumping and you land on the ground and you're already running, you hit the ground running. We use it a lot referring to a busy environment at work when you first get there. All hands on deck. So this is a phrase that you'll hear a lot if you work in retail or customer service. It just means that everybody has to work or everybody has to help. We say all hands on deck. If you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. So obviously, if you can't take the heat, if you can't take the intensity of a situation, don't get involved in that situation. To go off the deep end. So this is a phrase that we use to talk about somebody who's maybe lost their mind or gone crazy over something. So if you upset your mother, she might go off the deep end. So you've probably heard this phrase used in that popular Lady Gaga song, Shallow from A Star Is Born, where she says, I'm off the deep end, watch as I dive in. She's saying she's off the deep end because she's crazy in love. She's lost it. So I usually think of this like when you're in a pool and you have the shallow end where your feet can touch, and then you have the deep end where your feet can't touch, where you have to swim, where things are a little more dangerous and it's a little less stable.